Yeah, sorry about that. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's coffee time with John and Christie. Still no coffee.
Should be coffee and water time. Technically, I suppose that's what coffee is, just better tasting water. And for those of you, that are wondering, I do drink water too.
Not much, because she drinks enough water, tequila, or wine, coffee, a few other things.
So for those of you that are in the Bay, a friend of ours, Rick Cranifus, just posted this, and there is a lady that's doing online salsa dancing lessons, Cuban style, so that's more of the hips. And she's doing it via Zoom. And so if anybody wants that information, I can pass it on to them. I think it will be fun.
Yes, because we are now pretty much prisoners in our home.
Okay, let's word this a little bit differently.
No, we are.
Good morning, Mackenzie and Debbie. Missed us. We don't do it on Sundays.
No.
We never... Saturday was the first Saturday we've done it since we started. And the reason we did it is because there was a directive that had come down from the Nairi government saying...
Which changed an hour or two later.
Which changed really quickly, but it was all about the driving, which is what we had talked about that morning. Well, now it is even more restrictive, really, because now if you're outside of your home without a real reason... whoever the police, military that sees you will escort you home. And if you resist, they can jail you.
Yes.
So it is,
It's nuts.
Nuts. Yeah.
Crazy.
And Jalisco starting today, we did go to Costco yesterday. On our way back, there was absolutely no military. There was a couple cars there, but nobody was stopping anybody on the way back. So, but we did try to get into Home Depot and they wouldn't let John and I go in together. That whole big, huge Home Depot parking lot, half empty, and only one person per family in a Home Depot.
And they have a lineup that's probably 100 to 150 meters long.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So you have to walk all this way, then get to the lady. Then the gentleman says, only one of you. And then I wasn't happy. I was not happy. No. And there was a group of us in separate vehicles, separate group, and we all just left. So Home Depot, you cost some money.
But I get the food. I get it where there's food involved.
Sure.
And yes, people are putting this stuff, but this is plumbing supplies and... John and I both needed a couple of things. I needed certain things that he wouldn't be able to pick out for me and blah, blah, blah. And we could have gone in separately, but we even had masks and everything. It was just silly. So we didn't go in. We went home. But they are being very restrictive as to going into the other state, into Jalisco from Nayarit. They really don't want us there. Unless it's a really good reason and there's a doctor there that isn't in Nayarit, they don't want you there. Good morning, Sheila.
And Julie. Good morning.
And Julie.
We miss Mexico.
Yes.
We do too. We miss Mexico.
We miss our old Mexico. And yes, there's a lot of talk. You miss things the way they used to be, but now things will be new and different, and maybe it'll be better, maybe it won't be. No, the biggest thing is it's so hurting the Mexican people down here, the people that got laid off right away from their jobs when the hotels started to close and the restaurants started to close. These people lots of them are living day to day. And so there's a lot of people that are helping and supplying food, but that's just not enough. I mean, it's all we can do, but it's just not enough. And, in the States and Canada, I know that there's like stimulus programs and stuff, and the Americans are getting a check. Canadians, I'm not really sure how that works, although we are Canadian. We know we're not getting a check.
Sorry.
We've been out of the country for going on 17 years. September will be 17 years. So we're definitely not getting, I need a drink.
And a check, please.
And it is just plain coffee.
Send us a check, Canada. A big, fat, juicy check.
That's right. So we are living our best lives here in Mexico. Our son and daughter-in-law have spent the night, a couple nights, because they found scorpions in their house. And so they are home now. There's someone coming to spray. And so we have our beautiful little granddaughter here, and they took Amberlyn with them because, of course, she needs to eat more than I can help her with.
Now, Sheila, your question about the people over 60. In Jalisco, they're doing that. They're restricting, if you're over 60, you cannot leave your house for the next few weeks. That's brilliant. That actually is the high-risk category, where everybody else can go and do their stuff. But at Nayarit, I think everybody is just, they're saying if you don't have a reason to be out, they're going to ask you to go home. If you resist, you're arrested. And
they are encouraging, of course, they don't want people to have parties. And so the hosts of said parties can be arrested, although I know there was one doozer last night here in the neighborhood. And they are encouraging people to report their neighbors, which...
Just like communist China, just like Russia, communist Russia. Yeah. No, it's a great idea. So yes, turn your neighbors in, because when this all settles out, you want to be good friends. So yeah. So I'm really dismayed, disillusioned, disjointed. I was disjointed before. But very confused at the response that we're seeing here. But, oh well, we get to stay home.
There are some people that are all for it, and some people are being a little more, I don't want to say logical thinking about it, but they're understanding that Mexico has very few cases, and lots of people are saying it's because they're not testing. I don't believe that to be true. I don't think they have as many tests as they should. Yeah. I know people were saying hospitals are full. They're not full, people. The hospitals are not full.
What were they saying about how many people in the state of Nayarit had it and died from it?
Well, they're saying right now there's 33 confirmed cases in the state of Nayarit, and only 5 have died.
Well, if it was like that in the nature, then 1 out of 6 people dying, that would concern me. It's not really that. So I think it's just because they're not testing. So, yeah.
They're only testing. My understanding is they're only testing. You have to be referred for a test. You can't go and request one. So if you're feeling, whatever the symptoms are, and you guys all know it, I'm not going to go over what the symptoms are, but if you're feeling those symptoms, they're not necessarily going to test you until you've already been to a doctor. It's from what I can understand. I mean, a lot of the information that we're getting, all of the information, the true information that we're getting is in Spanish. And then so there are people that are translating it, and not everybody reads the whole thing before they translate it. And the Mexican language needs to be it's not necessarily word for word. A lot of it is contextual. So you have to read the whole paragraph before you can say yes or no to a certain issue. So, but you know what? We're here. We're here to help as much as we can. We probably, at least for the next couple of weeks, will not go into Jalisco unless it's really necessary. John bought me another big bottle of the Kirkland Baileys or whatever, their Irish cream. So I'm good, for a few days anyways. No, actually, I honestly.
A few days?
I'm just joking.
Oh, actually, you and the girls for Christmas Day, when I decided to go get some, you'd already drank it all, the 3 of you.
Our girls are awesome.
Yeah.
My daughter that's in Edinburgh, she showed us a picture of, the Japonesa or whatever, peanuts that they have here with the coating on the top. Well, they have some in England or in Scotland, but they are cheese, onion, and dill pickle coated. And
altogether?
Yes. Wow. I think that sounds delicious because I love pickles. She thinks that she thinks it sounds disgusting, and she told me she loved her body too much and she's not going to try them. I want her to try them. I hope she brings me a bag back when she comes back. That in 2 years.
And we had somebody bring me some chocolates with maple and bacon and peanut butter and chocolate. Oddly, interestingly good. So I'm very happy with those. So thank you very much for those. I think if the States opens up and a flight leaves, I think maybe we'll go up there. I think the driving is too hectic here at this moment in time. I think they said they're even blocking from Nayarit to...
They're talking about blocking that border, the Nayarit-Sonora border.
Crazy. Yeah.
Well, they just want people to stay home. And I know that they're doing the best. I think my biggest issue with all of this is there's no real forethought. They just pump out rules, and they're not really thinking about how they're going to do them. Golf courses, yes, everything is closed. There's nothing fun open at all.
Yes, it is sweet and savory, Alvin.
The one thing I'm going to say about those chocolates, the peanut butter wasn't like Reese's peanut butter cups, which if all of you have heard any of our conversations since John's birthday cake, which was to die for, Terry Lynn. I'm not a fan of the Reese's peanut butter cups, but these ones had a really gentle peanut butter taste. But in my opinion, this is just my opinion, the bacon smoke flavor was obviously very artificial, and it was overwhelming, I found. Overpowering.
Yeah, but she doesn't count because she just likes dark chocolate with no sugar or anything.
I like Fernanda's comment.
Hard to follow the rules. It is hard to follow the rules.
Yeah, and she speaks Spanish is her first language. So, for those of us foreigners that, we should speak a lot more Spanish because we've been here a long time. We still don't. We rely on other people to give us translation and to translate things, especially these important documents. So I have Luis Martinez, who many of you know, and our office manager, Shirley Martinez, no relation. They are both have law degrees. So I run things past them first before I freak out.
And our accountants and lawyers, obviously.
Well, our accountants and lawyers, but I'm not bugging them for this kind of stuff. Luis is actually physically on it because he's working with all these people as well, and he's got friends in high places, which we don't have access to except for through him. And so Luis has been wonderful and very timely in his information, and we're just hoping that things calm down, people calm down, because people are actually getting in fights on the internet
just stupid
over other people's opinions on whether or not they should have to be quarantined to their homes. I mean, they're getting mad. They're calling people names. Why? Why don't that part? To me,
but
that's
it's like politics.
thing.
They do this now in politics too. People are just foolish. And it's just kind of like, just love everybody, be kind, and let the politics be
patient.
The politics.
People are scared. They're scared. They're concerned. They're frustrated. There's a lot, and there's so much misinformation out there that, and some people are being told it, and some people are not, and so then they'll report it, and they'll say, well, I was told this. Well, thanks, Fernanda. I appreciate your offer. Like yesterday, for instance, we went to Costco. I had to return a couple of things, and like we said, there was other people from Bucerias that we knew we were going, and everybody went and did their thing, and so John walked in one door, and we have our own memberships, so nobody get upset because we did two of us. It's one per card.
So go on.
And I did the returns. So a couple of people were told, okay, starting tomorrow in Jalisco, you have to wear a mask if you're going out in public.
That's important to know. Jalisco is masks today.
Yes. But I wasn't told that. So I'm talking to the lady, and she was even talking to me in English a little bit. She never said that. And then we went to another place that we shall not mention because we shouldn't be eating Dairy Queen. Oops. And the girl there was actually super sweet. And in her Spanish, in my Spanglish, we were having this discussion about the masks and how starting tomorrow, anytime you go, and I wasn't wearing a mask at that point. So this is probably why she was telling me. She said, but if you go to the drive-through window, even if I walk up to the drive-through window, so I'm not actually in their store, they would serve me that way.
And you get a 15% discount in drive-through. I saw that on the sign. I know. It's crazy.
We paid full price.
I know. So yeah, apparently they want to encourage people to do the drive-through now. I get it. It's just none of these Dairy Queen employees, by the way,
had
high
masks.
risk.
Oh, but they had masks.
No, they all had
on,
masks.
Yeah,
Everybody had a mask.
Everybody was
not
very
high risk.
Yeah. I will say we did wear the mask for a little while in the car, and I was
just like, oh, it's so hot. I'm dying. I'm dying. It was true. It is true.
But the mask covers your whole face, right? Because we had one of the big white surgical masks, and if anybody needs them,
or surgery,
the
can do it.
Pharmacy.
Oh, ahora.
Whatever the one with the big red A, however that is pronounced.
Roll the R's, say the O.
They are selling just the little, like, they're paper masks, right? You could probably use them a couple of times, especially if you're just using them for a little short time. Just air them out or whatever. Spray a little bit of rubbing alcohol maybe on it, or vodka. Vodka works too. In case you run out of rubbing alcohol, just go buy. Oh, you can't buy it.
It's always vodka with Christie.
Vodka. You can't buy vodka in the state anymore.
In my reach. Yeah.
You could tell them it's for cleaning purposes and see what they say. But anyways, so I'm wearing this mask and my sunglasses are fogging up. And I have to wear my sunglasses when I drive because they're prescription. My distance vision is less than stellar.
So hot. So hot.
My glasses are fogging up.
Yes.
That's dangerous.
Now, does anybody know, is having a home distillery in Mexico legal, illegal?
Oh yeah, put that out there.
No, I'm curious if anybody knows the laws here in Mexico. So, because I've read that if it's just for your personal consumption, but even state by state in the U.S., they're all different.
Yeah.
And I know that Mexico sort of runs like America does. It's the United States of Mexico, if you did not know that. So it is, it's very different. So yeah, I want to find out, can I buy a still? Can I make a still? I don't know. Do I plan on drinking from it? No, but I want to make it. So I'll be like the coolest kid in the neighborhood. Hey, you want booze? John will hook you up.
I'm just looking really quickly to see if there's anybody that we missed, because as we have discussed before, Sandra Ryan, Rita Kolick, my cousin Debbie, they're all watching. So good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So yeah, Rita, how are you doing?
Yeah, all these people that are here right now thinking that, being in Mexico, it's warmer here. Don't get me wrong. We can go out on the roof and be in the sun. Be on the second floor where the breezes are fantastic.
That would be the third floor.
No, the third floor is the sun level.
Oh.
The second floor is the breeze level. The first floor is where we shoot. Unless it is a
I agree with what Fernanda just said. They had the inauguration of the new IMSS hospital, and a few of the people did not have masks on there at the hospital where they really should have masks on.
Yeah. Because hospitals, I think, is where people go when they're ill. So it's best to be safe there. And if you go or have babies. The reason Christie hasn't been to a hospital is the 4 times she went, she had a kid.
I know,
and now we don't want her to go anymore because we're too old for that.
I love being a grandma. Love, love, love being a grandma. Being a mom again? I mean, I am a mom still. Ask my kids. They love me, right, Kenzie? You still there, honey?
She needs that encouragement.
I need my kids to tell me they love me.
Yes. So I think, is there anything else? Because we pretty much have said everything.
We have been there, done that. Yeah. I
am going to start walking every day on the roof, though, just because I got to get some exercise here.
Yeah, it would probably be good to do a few minutes up on the third floor to get the sun.
20 minutes. You need sun for 20 minutes if you want a full dose of vitamin D in your body. Now, that's Mexico sun.
Yeah.
I think Edmonton sun, it's like 4 days.
Consistently. And you can't because of nighttime.
Yeah.
Vitamin D is something that a lot of people are saying that lots of the people that got COVID were deficient in vitamin D. And zinc. So if you aren't in a place where you do get a lot of sunshine and you can get, good morning, Lori, and you can get vitamin D, I would take some supplements. I would try to get a good quality supplement and take some vitamin D and some zinc supplements.
Not doctors.
We're not, which is from what we've read, and we're not over the top crazy vitamin people. We're obviously not overly health conscious. We do like our peanut butter cheesecake.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Deep fried chicken wings with French fries.
The French fries I didn't need. Somebody else did.
And someone else too.
No, you really like your French fries.
Yeah.
I'd just be fine with chicken wings.
But you really like your chocolates, so.
Yeah, but I don't need that chocolate.
Really?
You need things.
You don't need the chocolate?
No, I don't.
Okay. I'll put them away then.
That's fine. Till I really need them. So yeah, we've been watching some Netflix, getting some coaching done, business stuff. I mean, when the market opens up, we are ready to dominate.
Well, we're ready to get back to work.
Yeah.
I mean, we try. We do things here. We answer any questions. And, there's a lot of people that are wondering what's going on. So John's been trying to he's going to start doing a market report every week.
Yep.
Probably towards the end of the week.
Saturdays, I think. We'll do our market report on Saturdays.
And
Suka's still open?
Open good. That you can go sit there, Rosemary? I didn't think that they were allowed to.
Huh. So can you sit at the restaurant? That is the question. Can you sit at the beach? Are you in the ocean side of the restaurant under the roof? Wow, that is curious.
And I see that Estelle is watching. We were talking about those chocolates, Estelle.
Thank you.
Lilia is watching.
Yeah. So I think we're mostly done.
Yeah, if someone wants any other questions or chatting, we are obviously here to chat. But yeah, there are still, you know what, you guys, yes, had lunch sitting by the ocean. Wow. I didn't think they were allowed to do that. So that's very interesting. And Estelle, I think that maybe we shouldn't answer that question. No, there are still some left, but you missed earlier. Zach and Shweta are here because they had some scorpions in their house and it's getting fumigated actually in a half an hour, I guess, or so. And so Zach likes them too.
Yeah. When your kids are in the house, you have to share with them.
You don't have to.
You don't ask me why.
Tables 6 feet apart. Okay, that's interesting because I heard that in Nayarit you weren't allowed to have any sit-down restaurants open. So that's interesting. But anyways.
Well, we got a place to go if we have to sit at the ocean. Are you able to sit on the ocean or do you have to go underneath the canopy part of the restaurant? That is important. I
like the couch thing though that they have there. That's my favorite little booth. That's so comfy. Yeah, so
you're really leaning over.
I know. So what I was just going to say is there are lots of restaurants still open. And in my opinion, and we haven't had, no, Estelle, we don't need more, trust me.
Need more. Thank you.
We really should help the restaurateurs that have decided to stay open through this because this is not a money-making thing for them. They're just trying to keep their staff in. So we haven't eaten out a ton.
So not on the beach. You can be
on the restaurant. Okay. We haven't eaten out a ton or ordered in a ton. I would say we're probably averaging once a week, maybe only. So we're not going crazy. We did and typically do have a lot of food in our pantry.
It used to be once to 3 times a day. During high season.
When we're really busy and I can't cook, we don't eat at home as much. But when I am home, I have this. And we did deep fry. We did French fries and chicken wings in coconut oil, actually.
So here, I'm just going to really show them quick. So we've got 4 burners, the grill, the griddle, and the deep fryer.
Yeah.
That's Christie's baby.
And so for the first time, really, we did deep fried, and we used coconut oil, refined coconut oil. The other stuff is it's just a little, well, it's more expensive, first of all. But anyways, and they were delicious in coconut oil because the refined coconut oil also does not have a real strong coconut taste or smell. So I found even the French fries didn't have a coconut flavor. So I found it a nice, pleasant thing. So I'm trying to decide what else you can deep fry. Is there anything healthy you can deep fry? Because coconut oil in itself is healthy. So thanks, Andrea. Coconut oil in itself is healthy. And it's good to know, Rosemary, that they are taking care and being careful, wearing masks and stuff. And we've started making pizza.
Dave has become a master chef. Excellent. They have a barbecue at Costco that I was so close to buying, and I do plan on buying it.
And you should have yesterday.
I should have. It's one of those big ceramic eggs because you can smoke in it, cook pizzas, do everything in it. So I think I might still get one.
We can't going back in for another 2 weeks, so you missed your opportunity.
Yeah, but we have nobody to cook for. It's just us. You got an oven. Oh, and another thing that's really crazy is we have a gas oven, and we were smelling gas, and we brought in a repair guy, and he found 3 leaks in the kitchen. So we were still smelling gas and thought, that's very weird. Then somebody came to our front entrance where our gas tank is, and they said, hey, you're leaking gas here. So they found 2
Well, actually, our
leaks.
housekeeper
Yeah.
found the leaks when she was cleaning out front. So when the gas guys came the next time to fill, I said, could you check these leaks because they're from the tank, and I wasn't sure if it was the hoses that we did or whatever. Anyways, they fixed it, and now our
gas is just lasting forever.
Consumption it's a big tank, but it's lasting a long time. And this stove, my only complaint is going to be that the oven is hard to light. You have to get the pilot light lit, and it has to stay lit for a while, and then you have to. Estelle, I will cook if you'll clean. Trust me. Anyways, so I've been leaving the pilot light on, and I thought, oh man, we're going to go through so much gas with the pilot light burning all the time. I had no idea. So then yesterday the kids were here and they wanted to have a shower, right?
But there is 10 pilot lights on that, and we only have the one on.
Yeah, just the one for the oven. The stove and stuff, I don't mind using a lighter. I turn the gas on and I just use the lighter and it lights, like lots of other people's gas stoves do. That we got a basic high-end model, basically, is what we did for our stove. So
in a kitchen, you would expect all of them would be on so they could just keep doing it, but it used so infrequently.
And it's hot with all those little flames. There's 10 of them, right? So the stove stays hot and the oven stays hot. And anyway, so it makes starting that oven just like that.
And with the pilot light on, it makes it 47, 50 degrees inside the oven regularly, which makes it great for drying plants, moringa, that kind of stuff.
Yes, which John has done too.
Yep, I have. And if you were on one of our evening chats, I had a bunch of moringa on the table. And they're like, what are you doing? And it's like,
what's all that green stuff?
Growing my green stuff.
Debbie, are you guys taking orders? Do you deliver? I mean, I'll come pick it up. I know where y'all live.
Yeah. So I think we're done for today. I think we are officially done. So we will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a fantastic day. Be kind to one another. Don't call people names unless they're like total morons. I did not say that.
No. And you know what? We're available if anybody wants to do a Zoom chat, and it doesn't have to be a whole big group. If there's just a couple of people or even one person that would like to just chat, we're available. Obviously, we're home.
Can't talk. Need water.
Obviously, we're home. So, if anybody wants, and I like Zoom because it's interactive. Yes, this is nice because I can read people's chats, but it's nicer to see your face and to be able to chat that way. So
and drink wine together.
Or if it's in the morning, cafe.
So have a great day. We will see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock-ish our time.
Stay kind. That's all I'm going to say now. I'm not going to stay healthy, stay whatever,
and positive.
And that's good for your health too, being positive.
Keep your stress low so that way you don't get sick.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Adios.
Take care. Bye, guys.